Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. Well, today is the 29th of January. I got that correct this go round, and I am no longer living in the future as of now. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that the full moon has served you, and of course the energy is still here with us today. So keep that in mind, that blessings, miracles, opportunities are still present with us and will still continue to linger even into February. So what is approaching here? We have tomorrow, which is going to be January the 30th, the beginning of a Mercury retrograde. Now, the shadow period has already taken us back to, I think it's about the 15th or the 18th of January. So you may have already had a glimpse of what has been in store here. Mercury, when you're just kind of talking in basic information of what Mercury is about, Mercury represents communication, which of course is in relationship to our thinking, to our timing, and technology. So all of these areas could be triggered, enhanced. We have an opportunity here to really have that pause, that breath, and that proper mindset, that proper awareness, and to express ourselves properly. Being that it is going to be in, of course, the sign of Aquarius throughout this time, it is also going to work with all other or a few other air signs like a Gemini and Libra. Air signs are highly conceptual and mental in their thinking, and communication, information to others is their way to go. They love to really express themselves, and this may be a time when they're not doing their best, because Mercury, when it is in retrograde, is moving in its opposite way, going kind of backwards, that backwards kind of spin. So it's making things become a little more challenged, where we may become kind of rude in our expression, just saying what's on our mind without thinking about consequences. Very petty and argumentative conversations may arise throughout this time. And please excuse me for the clearing of the throat today. I have definitely been upgrading in this area through the heart, the thymus, and the throat. So if I end up having another coughing fit or tons of clearing going on here, please forgive me. Also, just to make a quick note, I already expressed that the pre-retro shadow period for Mercury retrograde began January the 15th, and it actually will, the post-retrograde period ends March the 13th, so it's pretty extensive here and or pretty lengthy in this part, and it usually always is. And remember, it comes once every single year. So, Mercury retrograde has, in the past couple of years, has worked with the element of water, which is more, deals with our emotions. Now that it's working with the air signs, do you hear what I just actually said that about my breathing or my throat clearing? my lungs, my heart, my thymus, and my vocal cords are being upgraded here properly. Keep in mind that when we are learning to really express ourselves properly, when we are showing that we are mindful, we are aware, and that we are choosing our words, our expressions, our actions wisely, your upgrades will take effect a lot quicker. You will receive that upgrade. And this is dictated by the frequency of your heart expression continuously. This is how the universe always knows what you are ready for or not ready for. And so it will either give you or prepare you a little bit more. So although the Mercury retrograde period here is, it's here, really. But technically it begins tomorrow. I'm already having my upgrades. I'm experiencing them because I know where my heart is. I know that I am always going to choose the greater experience. My heart dictates it, and I am more aware that I can see and I can see experiences approaching me rather quickly in advance. So I'm already thinking about, okay, this is on its way kind of mentality. And then I'm already thinking about the proper things to talk about, or I'm feeling the proper emotions, and I'm talking with greater expression, and I'm acting on greater actions as best as I possibly can. And when you begin to really, if you aren't already that way, you can be this way. The more that you reflect in love, 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 not the idea and concept of love that we have been taught, but the selfless type of love, and however it pertains to your life. Because I can't tell you what's right and what's wrong, because you are living a life that I know nothing about. And you can't compare apples to oranges. You can't compare your journey to my journey or anyone else's. Our journey, our experiences are unique, although they will be the same because they carry the same emotions. Some people carry the same experiences that bring on the same emotions. But you can always reflect in the frequency of love, and therefore bring on what is rightly yours a lot quicker that way. I wasn't sure what I was going to speak about today. As a result of, I had a very high day yesterday, even more high than when I made my video yesterday, and I can't even remember if I expressed the type of energy. I think I did. Did my workout, did my errands, came back, and if you are hearing my phone ringing, I apologize for the interruption. I forgot to put on my do not disturb. So I came back even at this higher high than when I left the house yesterday. That surge, that electric, the electric energy of the moon, of the lightning bolt type of energy was surging through me. And so today is, although I'm not down, that's not what I'm expressing. I am just not extremely high. I just got done with a workout, and I am cooling off here, in the process of cooling off and having my post-workout shake. And I am now getting up to a higher frequency, but it was nothing like yesterday in the day prior to it. So I am high, but not high. I am just right currently. Anyway, if it goes higher, then by all means, I'll deal with it. It was pretty fun yesterday. I am definitely sensing an even more loving approach in my life. I have really changed even more so than I was a few days ago. And again, it is increasing. The amount of love that we try to capture in our lives brings more love into who you are. An individual who can't grasp the concept of what love is because they fail to even love themselves. They are failing to purify themselves in their emotions, in their negative thoughts, in all of the implants that have been embedded within them. I don't think you can understand yet the true concept of this type of love. And that's not to knock anyone down. It's just a fact. Because before, when I was really depressed, angry, bitter, blaming everything in the world and everyone else other than myself, I really thought I was a loving individual on top of all that negativity. A negative person does not see that they are negative until something triggers them and flips them to see that they were. And the reason why an individual who is negative and really can't understand or the process here is because they are so heavy. They are heavy to the point of not being able to be lifted by the great emotion of love. Love will lift you higher. And that is the concept also of being able to travel through different dimensions. If you cannot increase the amount of love within your body to become fully light-bodied, it's going to be difficult to travel through the other dimensions, where of course you have to learn aspects of it, find and discover your hidden talents and gifts and lessons, and then eventually integrate those and then continue to move on up. So symptoms that you may have throughout this period of Mercury retrograde, of course, is that dreaded brain fog. This comes and goes throughout our journey quite often, regardless if it's associated with Mercury retrograde. It is often it's a symptom associated with a purging. Okay, so and I really try not to put too many symptoms or watch out type of phrasing in my videos, because I don't want you to pick up on that kind of stuff. Because wherever you are, again, in your journey, and if you are still hanging on to aspects of who you are, your old self, the old ideas, old programs, and negativity, that's the part that your mind automatically is going to go to in my video. And that's all that you're going to really remember. So you're not going to find value in anything else that I have expressed in this time. You're just going to pick up on, oh gosh, okay, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have this, and people are going to probably be mean to me. And I am really asking you to not hear that. When I give you types of information like that, I am asking you, look after yourself. This is all about you, okay? This is about each individual person who has a responsibility to think properly, to feel properly, to speak properly, and to act properly. It is our responsibility. Just because the energy might be a little chaotic and disruptive, it doesn't give us the right to be that way as well. Because even when we have a time when we can't snap out of it, and I have been there. It's been a few months. A while back, I remember I said that I had a couple of days, about a week really, where I couldn't shed anger. I would catch myself and I would stop myself. And I would come back and I would, forgive myself for what I've done, ask for forgiveness, and I would finally get back to being in love again. And then an hour or so later, I'm right back at that anger. Now, that is a purification process that's taking place. Now, when you end up seeing that what you are doing, when you are aware of what you are doing, you are mindful, you are aware, and you are still supposed to choose love. Okay, I made a mistake here, I didn't choose correctly, or I know something's going on, and as a result, something's going on. I reacted before I actually thought about what I was going to do. I spoke before thinking, which has now, of course, turned into a negative experience in my life, and that's not what I want. You're speaking truth, you're speaking love, you're speaking compassion. And that is a part of this as well. And you have to learn to give yourself that type of compassion when it does arise. You don't have the right, though. This is where people just go on and say, well, you know what, it's everybody else's fault. They're making me feel this way. And that's not right. We are supposed to still, even if we are doing something 10 times a day that is out of character, as a result of us being purified, because that's the main reason why we're being purified every single day to be our greatest self. You have 10 chances to choose the greatest experience. And the experience, every time that you can choose love, the more, like if you're choosing 6 out of 10 times to choose love, love is going to win here. If you're choosing to be negative, confrontational, argumentative, bitter, 7 out of 10 times, you're choosing to stay stuck. So I hope that kind of concept helps you out there a little bit. And just be aware of yourself throughout this time. So being that Mercury retrograde is working with air again, know that your breathing is going to we are going to be working with the sacral chakra. Our lungs may be affected here, or you will sense some sort of movement here. I am trying not to use negative words here. Expressing ourselves properly is, I do have airflow that's trying to take place in myself. And I'm trying my best to love myself throughout this time. Okay, now this is something I'm going to add before. Now, if you are having a symptom, a problem that comes up, and if you have really gotten to that point of, I am not going to do this. I'm not going to take medications. I'm going to stay away from whatever it is in your life. But you are having, whether it's headaches, congestion, whatever it is. If you are experiencing something that is kind of knocking you out, it's important for you to do what you feel is right in this situation. That's going to give you your greatest experience. If a headache is knocking you out, and you have a type of medication that's going to help you, have faith in it that it will serve you. Don't be the individual who is having a symptom and it's knocking you out and you are dreading taking that medication because you are trying to really avoid that type of things, of stuff that seem to just kind of weigh you down. Don't think that way, because it's going to still have a negative effect on what you're doing. We have to be able to use faith in all areas of our lives, whether it is what we eat, or anything that we consume, whether food, drink, and medications, whether it's our activities or the people that we are associating with. We have to believe that it's going to be the greatest experience for us. And then by doing so, it's going to serve you. You know, sometimes it gets so heavy, that is, the symptom becomes such a great heaviness on us as well. Love yourself to do what you have to do. If resting helps, then by all means you should rest. But if you don't have the ability, because of a busy lifestyle and a family and a job to just rest and lay down and shut the lights out and close the doors, turn on music, then you have to be able to believe in a backup plan. And it's okay to have that, and you have to believe in it. You have to believe in it. Faith, trust, and love throughout this journey is so important. When you get into a bind, stop and ask, am I choosing faith? Am I trusting in what I am feeling, thinking, and experiencing? And is any of this love? And if you don't feel that you are loving yourself, or the thoughts and emotions are loving yourself or in others, then choose the greatest experience. If you don't have the ability to love others when you are feeling bad, then choose a greater experience that's going to allow you to do so. Have faith in all of it, and it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.